Hi you guys, so to get started I am just going to prep my eyes with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I'm just going to rub that right into my eye. I'm just going to go ahead and just get started with that. This is just going to give me a really good base for my eyes. Then next what I am going to do is go into my Raye times BH Cosmetics collab palette, and I'm going to go into the color Control Freak, which is like a reddish brown, and that's going to be my transition color. And I am just going to go ahead and just use my fluffy MAC blending brush and just blend that all over my eye area like you see me doing right here. And yep, that's what I'm going to do. And that's what you're going to see getting done right now. And as you can see, it has like a reddish tint to it, but it's really like a brown, so it's kind of like a sienna color. But that's what you're going to see me do, is just blend that in until I feel content with the color payout. And then what I'm going to do is go back into the palette with one of my BH Cosmetics brush. And I'm going to go into the color Sunset, which is like a red. And I'm going to just kind of do a halo effect and blend it into my crease and into the inner and outer corners of my eye as well, as you see me doing here. I'm just going to give it kind of like a fluffy effect, but also kind of bring it in because I'm going to put that black over it anyway. So, I mean, it's just going to really blend into it. So then I'm going to take my flat eyeshadow brush and go into this Black Beauty, which is a black. And with these colors, any colors that you have in your personal palette will do. These were just the colors that I had. You don't have to use these palettes. You can use any palette as long as it has these colors. So you could go into any black, and you're just going to want to cover that outer 2/3 of the eye with that black color, as you see me doing here. Then I'm going to go into my Fenty Beauty Galaxy palette, and I'm going to go into this black and gold color that is called Light Year, and I'm just going to put that on top of that black. I didn't put any glitter glue or anything on top of it because I just wanted this look to be really easy for you guys, but still something sexy and sultry. So it has that glitter over it that you can apply. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just blend out that red over the black just to make sure that it doesn't lose that depth and dimension. And then I'm just going to take my fluffy brush that still has that Control Freak. I'm just going to blend everything out just to make sure it's really crispy and really clean, which is what you see me doing now. And then I just made sure it was cool on the other eye as well. And then it still wasn't blended where I wanted it to be. And that's something else, ladies. Make sure you're blending. No matter what palette you're using, make sure if it doesn't look right, you blend it out, because you don't want to look crazy. You want to make sure you blend it all the way out. And then what I'm going to do is take my NYX matte eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, and I'm just going to give myself a slight wing just to give a little bit of dramatics to make this look even more sexy and sultry. And my skin, when I recorded this, was still on the fritz. If you saw my post on Instagram, you know, I do get PMS acne sometimes, and my skin just kind of does its own thing. Something else when you're working with black, which I normally do and wasn't really taking care of this time, make sure you have some baby wipes or something on hand so you can wipe your hands, because if that black gets on your hand and it transfers to your skin, it's going to be a mess trying to get it off, and it's just going to look crazy. And then as you can see, I'm kind of bringing that eyeliner a little bit over where my eye ends, just to kind of give it a little bit more depth and dimension, and just cleaning up that line. Most people have to clean up their line. Don't let people lie to you. So then next what I'm going to do is apply my Ardell Studio Effects Demi Wispies in the Studio Effects style, and I'm just going to apply those with my Tarte little lash helper, and I use duo glue this time to attach them because I want to use the black glue. Then what I'm going to do is just blend my lashes and my natural lashes together using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, as you see me doing there. Then I'm going to take my SmashBox PhotoFinish Primerizer. I'm just going to put that all over my face really quickly, but then I noticed I had that black on there, so I had to go to the bathroom and take care of that before I came back to show you guys what I'm doing next, which is taking my Holy Grail foundation, the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth in Toffee. And I know you guys always see me using this, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Then I'm going to use my Tarte sponge, and I'm just going to apply that foundation all over my face. as you can see, I didn't like apply a ton of it, but I did apply enough to give my face enough coverage for the look that I was going for. And you just want to use like a pouncing motion, like a pouncing kind of roll in a sense. And you just want to make sure you're getting every single area that you can. And my skin is typically dry. However, lately my T-zone has been somewhat oily, especially like my forehead has been off the chain, especially around my time of the month. I don't know what's going on with that, but I think I need to drink more water too. But hey, you know, I can admit my flaws. I know where I mess up at. But yeah, so you just want to pounce whatever foundation you're using. You don't have to use the same products I'm using in this video, but you may want to use something similar. And then I noticed that that line wasn't coming out as far as the other one, so I just went ahead and added to it. Then what I did next was I just, you know, went back over it one last time just to make sure everything was evenly covered. And once I was set with that, I took my Tarte Shape Tape in the color Tan, and I just applied it into all of the areas where I want to draw some light and some attention to. So under my eyes, my laugh lines, my chin, my forehead, the bridge of my nose, under my cheekbones, and yeah, so that's what I did. Then I'm just going to take that same damp sponge. Again, ladies, make sure your sponge is damp. If your sponge is dry, it's not going to absorb the makeup into your skin. It's just going to sit on top of your skin and look crazy on top of your skin. And I'm just recording this straight through, you guys. So if I make any mistakes, anything like that, I will correct it below, and I'm going to list all the products below, if not right now, at some point once this video gets recorded, so you guys will hopefully be able to take a peek at that. And yeah, you just want to make sure you blend it out. Like, take your time and blend things out. You know, that's why I try not to do my makeup in a rush, because then things look harsh, they're not blended out, and it just looks crazy. And who wants that? You know, who wants to look crazy? And you just want to blend it out, like, as long as that takes. And I kind of go into my nose a little bit, so it gives more of a natural style contour, if that makes sense. So I don't go all the way into my nose, but I like go kind of to the side of my nose. And then, you know, sometimes on camera too, it's hard for me to tell when things are blended in. So sometimes I just really go all the way in and blend and blend and blend and blend and blend. And then what I'm going to do is take the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Expresso, and I'm going to use this as a cream contour to kind of draw some depth and dimension to certain areas in my face, so like the hollows of my cheeks. If you've watched my videos before, you kind of already know what I'm doing, but I wanted to do this video and kind of just show the full look. So if anybody wanted to kind of see the full Valentine's Day look, like for the sexy sultry style, I said I didn't know, but I do think I'm going to do a cute and simple too. I'm going to try to make some time to do that. But yeah, I just wanted to do this look since it was voted the most popular on my Instagram story. So follow me on my Instagram if you already aren't. It's Pretty Girl Peeps, all one word. Then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetic Stippling Brush, and I'm just going to use that to blend in all of that cream contour. I don't know why, but lately I've been liking the whole blending in with the brush. I don't know, it just makes it look more flawless, more blended. And I just like it. And then I typically go back in with my sponge after anyway. So I just feel like it just kind of gives me like an outline. And then I feel like it kind of makes the face more warm when I do it this way, because it's like more circular. And if at any point it looks like I'm not all the way blended out, it's cool, because I'm going to go back and touch everything up. But I just wanted to point that out. And then for my nose, I normally try to get like a smaller brush just to make sure I'm really blending that out appropriately, as you see me doing here. And I just really like to make sure that it's really blended, really good. And then I go back in with my sponge and just blend literally until I feel like I'm at the level where I want to be. And with my forehead sometimes, especially like that day I had did my edges, I try, which is why you really should do your edges after you do your makeup. I be trying not to touch it. So sometimes, you know, I'll be like, oh Lord, it's too dark, but I don't really want to get in there because I don't want to mess up my edges. So then what I'm going to do next is take my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and my Fenty Beauty sponge. I like using this to do my setting, and it's damp, and I like this one because it's really flat and it can get into the crevices. So I'm going to do all those places that I highlighted. and just put the powder. I do not bake. I just let it sit for as long as I am putting it in the other areas, because I do have dry skin. The only area I kind of let it sit on is my forehead because it is oily right now. Put some on my chin. Then a trick I learned, I can't remember what YouTuber does it, but if you kind of poke your mouth out like a blowfish and you set those fine lines, it just helps them not crease even more. So I've been trying it, and it's really been working. So tell me, you guys, if you've used that, if you like that, let me know what you think. And then I do under where I did that contour, and that's just going to really make that contour pop. Like, pizzow, pop. So, yeah. Then what I'm going to do is take my BH. It's really a blush brush, but I don't really wear blush a lot, to be honest. It's not really my thing. So I'm just going to use it to brush away all of that powder off my face. Like I said, I don't bake. I just want to set it so it does not crease throughout the day. And I just want to get it off of my face like so. And just want to make sure it's all gone. And I play with my hair a lot. My husband talks about it. I play with my hair so much. So I feel like I've touched my hair like 10 times. So my bad, y'all. So then what I'm going to do to set the contour is I'm going to go into my favorite contour palette. As you can see, it's almost a pan. The Black Radiance contour kit in the color light to medium. I'm just going to go back through all those areas that I put the contour cream, and I'm just going to set it with this contour powder like you see me doing now in all those areas. And I just like to use kind of circular motion, so it's not that strong and it's not that dramatic, but it does still bring that that dimension back to my face. Because when you put all that powder and stuff, it looks kind of crazy. Speaking of which is why I put some MAC Fix Plus. I normally spray that next to bring some moisture back into my face, to wet my face a little bit, all those powders. Then what I'm going to do is, since my face is still wet, I go into the It's My Raye palette. And I'm going to use the highlighter color called Radiant. And it's really pretty without being too overwhelming. So I'm going to go into that color. I'm just going to put it in some of the areas that I highlighted. I never really do a forehead highlight, but for this look, I was like, hey girl, why not? And then I go under my arch. I normally use the same color because it just makes the look cohesive. And then I did a little bit on my chin. Yeah, clearly I was doing the most when I was doing this look. I didn't know what I was going for, and I just started doing the most. And then I sometimes take my sponge and just blend it all out to just make it kind of look a little bit more natural. And then to set my entire face, I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray to set my entire face. And then what I am going to do is do my under eyes. I'm going to go back into that Black Beauty and just kind of smudge like about, I would say about maybe 1/3 of my eye. That might even be half. Yeah, I would say that's more so half. I'm going to smudge about half of my eye under there with one of my e.l.f. Brushes. I'm just going to smudge that bottom line with that black. And I didn't originally plan on doing this, but then it was just like, hey, just you're going for it. If you're going to go, you better go. So that's why I wound up doing that. And I could have took it all the way in, but I didn't want to. I really wanted that black to like pop and stand out and draw your attention to my eyes and make it really sexy and sultry without being smoky. Because I feel like if I would have done the whole eye, it would have been too smoky and not as sultry. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the palette, and I'm going to go back into that sunset color, that red color. And I'm going to take that same fluffy brush I used originally, and I am going to use that under my eye. And you want to be careful because sometimes when you're getting that close to your eye, you got to blink, because if you don't, your eye will be so agitated. Take my word. You see, you see my eye was just agitated. And I thought I cut some of this out where I was just looking down at the mirror, but I guess I didn't. So you guys are going to see it. So then what is going to happen next is I am going to line my eyes just with a Wet n Wild black pencil that I have. I love this pencil. It's so small and compact. I'm just going to line the waterline on both of my eyes. And this is just going to bring even more attention to my eyes, even more intensity. And again, you want to make sure you blink. I think at this time I was kind of tired, so I was just like, girl, let's get this look done. But yeah. So then what I'm going to do is I am going to take my MAC lip liner in the color Cherry. This is one of my favorite red lip liners. It's just so pigmented and works so well. And you're just going to want to take this and line the lips. And again, you could use any red you have. It does not have to be by MAC. NYX also has some dupes for this color. So definitely try those out as well. And then I am going to go into the Lip Bars Boss Lady, and this is going to be my lip color. And I am going to just, I am going to make sure to fill in my lips with this red color. And being careful because red stains so bad. And normally I would do like a Wonder pencil or something around it, but I just didn't know where it was. I was being lazy, so this is what we did for today. And then lastly, what I did was you want to do the pop, 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 pop. Then I stuck my finger in and I was like, So then I was like, okay, the thumb. Now we're better. So then I'm going to just fluff out my hair, try to get my edges and my life together. And this was pretty much the complete style. So I hope you guys like this sexy and sultry makeup look. Let me know if you guys want to see more looks, what kind of looks you want. Make sure you comment below so I know. Make sure you subscribe if you already hadn't, and hit the button and comment below, and follow me on all my social media sites. I hope that you guys, if you try this look, please make sure you tag me in it. It's your girl, Pretty Girl Peeps. Peace.